Who's next?
We have Bill on line 7 who just tonight had one of those nightmare experiences that happens in Los Angeles.
Bill?
Yes, David.
Hi, Bill. What happened?
My wife, Margot, and I were in our car at the gas station about 11 o'clock, and it filled up, and tried to turn the car on. The car wouldn't start. The battery was dead. And about 5 minutes after that, I had the window open, and two guys came up to the window with an automatic machine gun pistol and said, "Give me your billfold or I'll kill you."
And what'd you do?
And I gave them the billfold, and they jumped in the car and took off.
Weren't you lucky?
Yes.
This was about an hour ago?
This was at 11 o'clock.
And you've reported it?
Reported it, and police came and filled out the report, and AAA came and got our car started, and we came home, and I've just been...
Well, you got your car...
My chest has been tight, my stomach has been tearing up.
Did you get your car back?
Oh, yeah, I had the car... We drove the car home, but I've still got to figure out what the problem is with the battery.
Okay. Well, it's good to figure out what the battery is tomorrow. That's a nice way to make you feel secure. You got to keep fuel in your tank, and you got to keep your car functional, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're feeling physically.
I feel overwhelmed.
Oh, I'll bet.
And I feel angry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel violated, like my wife just said, like I've been raped.
Go ahead.
And
what's this business in your chest again?
Yeah, and I feel just like, well, I feel like it's just been a constant progression of things over the last 3 months. My wife's been in the hospital 3 times. We thought she had cancer. Fortunately, we found out yesterday that there was a misdiagnosis the first time, and
that's great.
Just and that she doesn't have cancer, and
that's great.
It's just a sum of a whole bunch of things that have just been. The car's been in the shop 3 times in 2 months, and again now on Monday, and just.
Wait a second.
When is this going to stop?
When is it going to stop? You mean the good news about your wife?
That's good news.
Yeah, well,
that's the best news.
Well, here,
I thought.
Would you go through this event again to hear that news if you hadn't known she didn't have... Of course. So a really wonderful thing has happened.
Yes.
You've been delivered.
Yes.
You've been spared.
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And you've been treated terribly tonight.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can laugh. That's good.
Terribly tonight, but...
I know, I can
hopefully tomorrow's better. I just thought back of when the same thing happened to you.
I know.
And how did you deal? How long did it take to get past it?
Well, I had a gun at my head by an incoherent gunman who refused to believe that I didn't have the keys to the car he wanted. So he proceeded to beat me up, and someone else proceeded to come over and kick my ribs in. That was very uncomfortable. Okay? And I faked a heart attack to get out of that, as you know.
Right.
But afterwards, you know, I felt violated. I, of course, had chest pain, but who wouldn't? I had a couple of cracked ribs. I was glad to be alive. And I was feeling very vulnerable. So I started to look at those areas in my life where I could protect myself better. I raised my level of awareness. And I tried to do things to help people. I formed a group called UP, which is to help develop urban progress for the city of Los Angeles. And we have about 600 volunteers building youth centers and doing progressive things. I just wanted to channel that energy into something positive. So that if you want to sit around and make yourself miserable, you can. Now, of course, you're still going to have all kinds of angry feelings returning. Like, this is a post-traumatic stress situation. So you're going to have that machine gun in your face mentally for weeks, months, maybe a year, off and on. It'll get less. Don't push it out of the way. Just say, it's past, and I had good news the same day. Let the good news and your survival be the reality that you embrace, and don't push the bad away. It will gradually fade if you do not resist it.
How do I keep from not wanting to get a gun and be ready in the event that that happens again?
Well, the point is, if you get a gun, the chances are the person you're most likely to shoot is someone you love.
Well, that don't.
A friend
I
came.
know what to do.
A friend came over and gave me a pistol. I was more afraid of that pistol in my house than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to get to a place of inner calm at your own level. Accept that you're a survivor and let go of this. And that means it's a process of letting go. You don't do it tonight. Tonight's too soon. It's with you. Talk about it to people. Tell them what happened. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. And get that battery fixed, pal. And if the car can't get fixed, get a new car. Any kind of car, but make one that runs.
Yes.
You want to be able to protect yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling, Bill. I'm glad you could call.
Thank you.
Right? You stay tuned. We've got a lot coming up in the next hour. Good stuff.